Hey everybody, welcome back. As it turns out, this chick is in two places at once now. And now I can do Pelagina's mission.
So it's off to Ukaizo with you, eh? The way the director put it, you'd be sailing into battle. I hope you're ready, amico. Myself, I despise ships. What can I do for you? Giancolo? Back. I know him. He has a little laboratory for himself down in the gullet. His specialty is godlike. Claims he can detect them in the womb. Giancolo rents a room in Cozy, the Hole, which is that grimy tavern down below. Why he seeks to bury himself, you will have to ask him yourself. Not many animancers down there, so he should be easy to find, if they haven't stolen all his equipment. Or at Ogori.
Okay. So, off to the gullet we are. Oh, when I was getting set up for this, I got jumped by a bunch of Magra Knights. And wound up with some... or wound up learning about some broken, burnt pieces of metal or some shit I have. Apparently, they don't want you taking them to Pariki's Overlook to the smith. Okay, so bartender's gonna be the one that knows. Wish.
Need something? Lots of folks come through the hole, fresh face. Have a look around for yourself, yeah?
Oh, gee, thanks for your fucking help. You're so incredibly useful.
We're not alone.
Oh, whoops. Apparently they are still upset with me.
Sorry, friend. I can't.
Okay, we're gonna turn AI off.
So much for you.
Okay, any other idiots? Yeah, the Rautines don't like me much. Oh, I got a letter from one of the crew members, the water shaper guy. He basically said, I hope I forgot all about this life and how horrible I was. And quit cackling, Shody, what the fuck?
Next time, I will secure a body that lasts.
Ah, this is his lab. That's where it is.
Oh no. This does not look good. Why would someone do this to Giancolo's work? I thought Animancers was safe here in the Deadfire. Even in a place this vile. Someone must have heard or seen something. We should ask the owner if they know what happened. I hope so. Agrasima.
Yep. You had to know this was not going to be just a couple of minutes.
There.
More Rautine assholes. Okay, any innocents in here? Well, it's a pirate, but yeah.
No prisoners.
Oh, that were a beaut.
Oh, whoops.
Taste this.
Yeah, you guys came in carrying any decent loot. Come on. You're gonna attack me, at least have something worth looting from your corpses. In case you're wondering, the Rowatine sailors attacking is not a normal thing, except for after you've blown up their powder house.
Need something? Can't say I know a jackalope, fresh face, but if you're meaning that guy with all the fancy and a schmancy equipment, bunch of pirates burst in here and dragged him right out. Now, the hole's no high society tea house, but that's still some of the weirdest shit I ever seen go down here. See, the pirates, every one of them was godlike. No doubt they hauled him through the Narrows. Heard him hollering the whole way. Poor guy.
That would have been, useful to know a few minutes ago, but whatever.
Pelagina, how is it nothing about what the gods are up to seems to faze you?
When you think the worst of them, the worst they can do comes as little surprise.
Don't you at least want to hear what Aethys has to say?
Only a fool would trust what he had to say. Whatever he said would be just another lie.
I'm not saying it wouldn't, just looking for... I don't know.
I say Beha did right leaving the gullet. She went and did what she needed.
I'll miss beer and her ilk. Quiet mountain.
There's a soul.
Leave it to me.
What is it? What did you see? Madiko. Giacomo abducted by godlike pirates. But why? He has always done his best to help my kind. Watcher, I have asked much of you already. But if you can find time to go to Dunwich to find this Captain Tutsottle, it would mean a great deal to me. It did not sound as though he was in imminent danger. But I fear what they will do to him. Not in the Republics. I can't think of why godlike, of all kith, would have any reason to take him. Something strange is going on here. Perhaps it has something to do with his research. I am sure we will find out when we find Captain Tatzatl.
Okay, well, back out we go.
You know you reek of that hagfish.
Pallegina,
Ukaizo.
doesn't it ever just feel heavy to you?
Gue? My armor?
No, the weight on your soul. Don't you worry one day it'll drag you to the depths of hell? I know I do.
No, my soul is light. It will enter the beyond when I die, like anyone else's.
You're right. Every soul does go in, but not every soul gets to come back out.
Instead of worrying over my soul, worry about why the gods threaten us with damnation.
He sheds his fur all over my things.
Sorry if I'm not making a whole lot of commentary right now. There's not much to say. I think they might be here, I'm not sure.
This cannot
Well,
last,
that's it.
you
For
know.
God's sake, I can't take it anymore.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm seeing red all right everywhere, and it ain't a passing vision. Pallegina, we're gonna have words, you and I. And maybe you'll even apologize.
Little woman making a big noise. When someone takes that tone with me, what follows is not conversation. In the Republics, no one would bat an eye if I cut you from gut to gullet and left you holding your innards in a ditch.
You can throw your threats around in an attempt to avoid this, but it won't work. I want the air cleared, at last and for good. The problem is, this featherhead doesn't know when to stop squawking obscenities about the gods, Watcher. I've been turning a deaf ear for too long, disgracing both myself and my god, ignoring the no-good, sour-sounding, moronic blasphemy that spews out of her mouth.
Per Complanca. Another frail faithed priest has come to mumble tearful protestations because I don't see the world with their blind eyes. I'm sure this will be as fresh as a pasture full of cow droppings. I'm working my way down from active disdain to slight regard. I'd prefer to give the lot of them as little of my time as possible.
The more she disparages the gods, the more she tempts ruination on her very soul. I can't just let that happen. Besides, her arrogance irritates me.
Of course you see it as arrogance. You surround yourself with believers. The very idea of disbelief offends you. And little girl, you have no idea what it is like to grow up being godlike. So do not presume to know what it means about my soul or my life.
That's why I asked you what it was like. But instead of ever telling me anything, you just give me insults or a cold shoulder. In this, it's her or me, Watcher. You're not wholly wrong, I reckon.
If after all you've seen, Watcher, you really believe that we're both right, you're an even bigger fool than this one. Anyway, I'm not the one who got upset. I'd just as soon get on with more important things.
Guess that leaves me to apologize. I'm sorry, there I said it. But don't think it'll happen again.
Yeah, we gotta get her fucking shit done quick because I'm not having her fuck up my, my party composition. There we go. That's who I want.
Keep moving. This here is for the crew of the Divine Barge. You ain't a part of it, so you ain't getting inside. Have you tried the wild mare in Nekataka? I'm sure they have a boy or two who would let you call him Giacomo for a couple hours.
Père Complanca, let us pass. I know you have Giacomo. I have known him since I was a girl in the Republics.
So, why should I care?
He saved my life. He has saved the lives of many of our kind. Whatever you think he has done, you have the wrong idea about him.
Eh. Fine. I probably won't live to regret this. After you.
Nixe, I am Tatzatl, captain of the Divine Barge. What has brought you to this place? I see. We ourselves have been debating what to do with Giacomo for quite some time. We are lost in the woods. You will guide us out by traveling the branching paths of Altleja. A forest is defined by its boundaries. There are a finite number of ways through a forest, just as there are a finite number of ways this can end. I know the ways out of the forest, but you will choose the paths to take. A woman is with a child, and she learns that if the child is born, it will suffer greatly and have a short life. If she ends the child's life before it truly begins, is this good or bad?
Saw enough of that during the Legacy. Answer simple enough. When they ended it early, that was bad beyond measure. And when they didn't, same thing.
You discover a powerful new technology, but you are afraid some people may misuse it for ill purposes. Would you destroy the technology, regulate access to it, or make it available to everyone equally?
Certainly it should not be destroyed. It would only be a matter of time before someone else made the same discovery.
An enemy of yours is being persecuted. The grounds of the persecution are, by measure of your own compass, unfair. Would you allow the persecution to continue, or would you intervene to stop it? You learn that someone who does great good for many people is unintentionally going to do great harm to many people. The harm may not be great, or it may be so great that it dwarfs the good they have done. You have an opportunity to prevent this by killing them. Do you do so? Very well. Your path has led to this conclusion. We will release Giacomo and his research.
What was the point of taking him to begin with?
Giacomo has discovered a method by which one may detect a godlike fetus in a mother's womb. In the Deadfire archipelago, parents consider a godlike child to be a blessing. From Bereth and Helia to Andra and Galawain, all are beloved, save those of Scan. Appearing mutilated at birth, many godlike of Scan are killed with the tacit approval of the tribe. Those who aren't killed lead miserable lives. I understand that argument, but accepting it would require me to accept a world in which we respond to superstition, loathing, and genocide with a shrug. I do not. We do not. That is why we captured Giacomo and brought him here, to decide what should be done about him, and his research.
And after all this, you're going to let him go because of how the Watcher answered your stupid riddles?
Yes. Our group was conflicted, so I posed to you a series of hypothetical questions, absent the specific context of our current problem. While you may have deduced some hint of the context during the questioning, it was a less biased method of reasoning than we were engaged in. After all, for us, this is a matter of life and death. There may be superior ways to debate this subject, but it is the best approach I could conceive. Mestre Giacomo and his research are free to go. Now, if you will excuse us, we must prepare for our next voyage.
I do not know what those pirates would have done to Giacomo if we hadn't arrived. And now we have saved not only the man, but his research as well. Aggressima, Watcher.
Palagina, is that you, my girl? I thought those pirates would have been the end of me.
Not if I could do something about it. I owe you too much to let something happen to you over some nonsense.
My girl, what that satyr said is not nonsense. He had good reason to be afraid. Sadly, many are not. And as a group, we have no ability to monitor and reprimand those who act irresponsibly.
And you should not be expected to. Who would even be capable of doing such a thing? How would that work? Would animancers submit to the authority of other animancers?
Perhaps, perhaps. Old age has a few benefits, my girl. One is a measure of respect from your younger colleagues. If we attempted to guide them with a gentle hand, perhaps.
Well, it appears we are done here. We should see you back to Neketaka, Mestre Giacomo.
Ak. Before I go, I want you to have this, Aimoranet. An amulet of my own invention. It resonates with the godlike souls. Even severed, there is enough magic in your chime to activate its power.
Well, that's pretty good for godlikes.
I appreciate all you have done, both of you.
Well, that wasn't much experience for that. Okay, time to get rid of Pelagina and get on with this. Yeah, her bitchy ass can get back in the pool. And I see Maya's left as well, because I don't see her I didn't see her letter, but then again, let's see here. That would be under readables. Okay, no, that's a different one. Well, anyway, basically, the Huana representative and the representative of the RDC have both kicked rocks. Okay, so basically, I think that's pretty much just about everything I've got to do. Oh, there's that dumbass task, but I don't really care. The principe stuff's all done, so, well, or failed, so basically there's not much left to do there. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit this place and grab the last summon. Oh, can I move? What's going on here? Actually, you know what the hell? I don't really need it, so let's just get on with this. Let's see, I've got about 20 minutes, give or take, so I guess we can get the first part of this going. Why in the hell is it not letting me click on anything? Yeah, plague shift. Now we'll skip that. Basically, you can help cure their plague or whatever. Oh, fuck off. And then you end up catching the plague yourself. Seems to happen that way every single time. Yeah, maybe next time I'm not playing your dipshit ass game. Okay, now we just have to run into the actual entrance. Okay, now we've already been to that spot. There we go, there's the fleet. Oh, cat, damn it. Remember the dragon underneath the Water Shaper's temple? The one I rescued said he owed me one? Yeah. Yep. Bunch of other shit just failed, but I don't really care. Well, yeah. Other two minor little tasks, but like I said, I really don't give a shit. And this is Ukaizo. Got enough time to accomplish one of the major things here, and then we're going to call it from there. Oh, wait,
I'll see it done.
I remember this shit. Okay, there's two of you bastards.
Watch out.
Okay. Well, we might have enough time to fight the bosses then, but I don't know if we're gonna have enough time to actually complete this. Or at least this portion of it. Well, why the hell did you go over there? Daenerys, I need you back. Look at the bastards in.
Just like that.
Okay, well hers is out now. I need to move Alok back into his normal spot. Okay, so he needs to get some, get Muatu out. And he needs to gen up some more focus. We'll have her blast this bastard.
Nuh-uh, didn't work.
I remember these guys as being harder. I guess being over leveled by like 5 or more is kind of good. And that's not going to help. Let's get out of here.
Pull them back.
You think cool? No, not really.
I hear you.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the time to rest.
This indignity will not go unanswered.
Yeah, let's get him back over here. I like my spellcasters where I can deal with them. Okay, and welcome to Ukaizo. Well, obviously we have to go to Grand Promenade. That's our next destination.
When the...
Yep, this is the city of the
It's even
ancients
scarier than in my dreams.
that everybody that they wanted. Okay, so we've located Aothis, theoretically.
The light's foot and an heavy bullet, I cap.
Can't remember, were there traps here?
Gilded Vale got its name from the way the wheat fields used to look in the sun. But this place really is gilded. Might as well be a different world. Yeah, seems they had a whole different way of looking at things. I'd say I like this one better, but the truth is, neither one seems any closer to me. These great people got a funny way of passing on. They disappear from the world, but leave their problems behind for the rest of us to deal with. I guess maybe that's one good thing that's come out of this. Well, at least for me. I got something to do with my life that doesn't involve hauling or shoveling. I even got a friend or two out of it. Whole world's about to face the biggest test it ever saw. What Aothis is doing, It's gonna change everything. We may not survive. Kith, I mean. You know, I broke a wheel once too. First thing I thought of when we learned what Aethys was doing. My mom had this spinning wheel, and she loved it. Well, I was playing with it in the way a young child might when his parents are out, and that wheel came right off. It wouldn't go back into place, so I pushed it harder, and pretty soon I'd broken off a spoke. Broke off 3 more trying to fix that. Anyway, I got whipped pretty good for it. That wheel was never the same, even after my dad fixed it. I used to think of the gods as being like parents to all of us. And now I know better. They're children, playing while their folks are gone.
5 years ago, you controlled the destiny of thousands of souls in Sun and Shadow. But the choice you make today shall define the fate of every living thing in Aora. Good. I know you'll choose wisely. And no matter what happens, it's been an honor journeying with you. Again.
We gonna do this or what? We've made it this far, yet we're still alive. Might as well square off with my god before our luck runs dry. Sure do. If Gon wants you dead, I figure he can do it himself.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be much of a problem.
Besides, the part of him that's been stomping through the Deadfire didn't much help me at Malgren's teeth. Tell me, Watcher, can there be a god of light and birth if souls themselves can no longer be reborn? It didn't work so good at Malgren's teeth, no? But sure, we can try to sway my god's will again. Well, if anyone could do it, I reckon it'd be you. I thought it'd be different how it turned out, but I couldn't dream of any other way. Now then, shall we go face my god for one last time? Find out what it is we can or can't do in these end times. Whether we're meant to wither or thrive. Consider me your second shadow.
I look back, and I ain't but half sure how we got ourselves here, Cap.
A boat for the beyond. What's confusing about that?
Only everything. Hope you know what you be doing. Wouldn't have hoisted the same colours myself, but you'd be well aware of that. Talked myself blue about it by now. I certainly ain't thrilled about shooting up the lads and lasses of the Principe. They ain't perfect by any swabby's sorry count, but they be family all the same. Can't say I didn't enjoy showing them company bastards the size of our cannonballs, though.
Yep, that's everybody heard from. Now screw it, I'm gonna assume there's no traps and just barrel on.
Leave it to me.
You got these first chosen. Alright, here we go. In case you want a better look at the device.
I'll see it done.
And that just opened the way
The
to
machine
Ukaizo.
controlling the storm winds down. The clattering of its machinery settles into a low whir and then, at last, hiccups to a halt. Beyond the tower, the black, roiling clouds of Andra's mortar roll away from the ancient city of Ukaizo, with only a tired sigh of wind to see them off. And on that last breath of wind comes to you a familiar sound. The ring of a bell. The bell's ringing is soft, not the clangor and torrent you've grown used to. It calls to your soul, and your soul yearns to follow it. Your soul flees from your body and into the beyond, chasing that sound. It leads you at last to Bareth's realm, to that cold platform and room of endless doors.
Watcher, your journey nears its conclusion.
The pallid knight stands before you, her gaunt face impassive.
You rush headlong toward the end. Do you ever pause to consider where it is you are headed?
I want to do that shit.
Soon you will confront Aethys for what will likely be the final time, and you will do so as the Herald of Bareth, the only creature on the face of Eora to whom he will listen. Remember that.
The pallid knight inclines her head to you, black hair hanging lank in her face. She steps back and cedes the floor to Helia with a small, resigned sigh.
If Aethys truly intends to go through with his mad plan to destroy the wheel, a generation's worth of souls will be trapped in the in-between. So many would suffer. How can Aethys be so cruel? He cannot just abandon them. Aethys must help the Kith find a quick solution.
Abaddon strides forward.
Aethys thrust this crisis on the Kith. They did not bring it upon themselves. Their only mistake was entrusting us to watch over them. Who will help them rebuild their world now?
Aethys will reveal every secret of the gods. Will Kith be able to change the established order if they have no wonder to inspire them? Aethys must help them resolve this quickly, lest every one of Eora's few remaining mysteries be laid plain.
Coddled children learn nothing that is not spoon-fed to them.
Fuck off.
With the wheel destroyed, Kith will tear themselves apart. It is the gods' duty to prevent that happening, lest they doom us all. And as Kith must be ruled, so too must the gods. I say that if Aethys is so eager to throw down the mantle of power and step aside, I shall take my rightful place as Queen of the Gods again.
Kith are strongest when they follow our lead, and we are strongest when we lead in turn. United in purpose with the gods, Kith can accomplish things that without us, they could never have even begun. They must be shown their boundaries to surpass them.
Kith will not solve Aethys' puzzle on their own. And without an established order to fight against, the bonds that bind them dissolve, and they fight amongst themselves.
Boudica's firm hand is but the motherly smothering of Helia by another name. Mortals should have no special advantages. Only once Kith have striven to improve themselves through trial will they truly know their measure. Kith must suffer to find their strength if they are to survive the world into which Aethys drags them. Our intervention in your struggle would be a cruelty and counter to our purpose.
He lets his words hang in the air for a moment. Gaze, level with your own.
Indeed. Kith must discover for themselves what it is they are worth, and of what it is they are capable. What we do for them, they do not learn for themselves. Trial breeds ingenuity. If our work of generations was not in vain, Kith will succeed in spite of Aethys' actions. I have faith in Kith's ability to meet Aethys' challenge. Do not mistake my words for indifference, Watcher. They are born from a fierce belief in your potential, not a refutation of it.
Margaret is blinded by her affection for mortals. She does not see that entropy is the destiny of all things. If Eothas were wise, he would destroy everything. End life. End reincarnation. End death.
Shut up, Moo Cow.
Kith have had their chance. It is time to let silence reign.
As Rimmergon's words fade, the Pallid Knight returns. She no longer towers over you, a giant even among the gods, but meets you at your height. She lets the arms crossed over her chest fall to her sides. She speaks to you openly, plainly, an expression almost like tenderness, turning up the corners of her lips.
Well, Watcher, you know where we stand. What do you believe? I only suggest that you walk into this future with eyes wide, Watcher. The mantle of responsibility is a heavy one, broad though Kith's shoulders may be. Now the time has come for us to part, Watcher.
Finally.
I laid upon you a difficult duty, and I know you desire to be free of it. You will be in time, but not now. You are no stranger to hard choices. You killed Theos, and when his soul was laid bare before you, you chose to return it to the wheel. You made his memory his penance. Remember the strength it took to make that choice, and know that you alone may sway Eothas now. When you stand before him, choose your words carefully.
The gods depart one by one in brooding silence. A solitary figure remains perfectly still until the last of her colleagues is out of earshot. Woedica peers down at you, a triumphant grin splitting her weathered features.
Bareth is a fool if she thinks I'll let her enjoy the last word. You were trusted with a heavy responsibility, Watcher. Speaking for mortals, and representing their interests in the future to come. You are ambitious to favor the Valian republics. They shape their economy with reckless, if masterful, skill. But I fear that infighting and corruption will choke off their vision of progress in the end. I saw how the crafty Governor Alvari unseated her superior. Is she more qualified to lead, or is she simply more enterprising? The distinction is an important one. Time and again, these merchants put short-sighted goals ahead of any long-term change. For that reason alone, I could never invest my hopes in their future. And yet, they have earned your confidence in a gamble that could decide the fate of all mortals. Why is that? Consider my curiosity appeased. For now, in our grandest plans, you are a singularly unpredictable variable. You play a dangerous game by investing your hope in others. Deception and failure are woven into the fabric of mortals. I can safely promise that they will disappoint you before long. Encouragement is not in my portfolio. You come to me for justice, vengeance, and harsh reality. Whether you heeded my wisdom or not, everything you've done to get this far has informed our view of mortal kind. I hope you're satisfied with your performance. We've learned much from each other. Nothing could convince me that mortals are a Valian trading company. Well, a difficult road lies. Eothas will no doubt. The rest of us will be.
Eothas will take what remains of your soul.
You keep falling asleep on me, I'm gonna have to start walking behind you with a pillow. Oh, by the way, the storm's gone. Also, I think Eothas has ended the world.
It seems we're all still here.
Gods and darnation. My head.
In here with me thinking we were right and proper dead this time. We ain't dead, right?
Okay, I think the way out is right over here. Alright guys, I think next time is going to be the finale. It's going to be another long one, but I think that's going to be the wrap to this. Anyway, I will see you guys then.